I have figured it out. I know what Jax from the Amazing Little Circus's biggest regret is, and I'll prove it with Japanese. Peep game and lock in. If you're not familiar with this goofy odd rabbitoid whose main priority is to make others suffer, then allow me to introduce you to Jax. Jax is hands down the most complicated character in the Amazing Little Circus. He keeps his personal details under strict lock and key, and pushes away anyone that tries to get him to take off that carefully curated mask to see the real him. And with the final episode just a few weeks away, yeah, I can't believe it either, it looks like we're finally about to see that mask fall. Let me preface this by saying this video will contain spoilers for the Amazing Little Circus, so if you haven't seen it yet, hop on over there, give it a watch, and then come back. Are we good? Cool. As we can see from the episode 9 trailer, we are finally getting the most anticipated character reveal of the series, Ribbit. And with their appearance, we're also guaranteed more of that sweet, sweet Jax lore. But I can hear you wondering,
Yaya, how could you possibly know what Jax is hiding just from a minute-long trailer?
And to that I say that this is where the Japanese comes in. You see, Ribbit was Jax's best friend in the circus before her abstraction sometime before the pilot. And needless to say, her abstraction, along with Kaufmo shortly thereafter, did not do well by Jax. We as the viewer see this persona slowly crumble throughout the series. And that talk with Ribbit from the trailer was definitely the start of the downfall. In Japanese, there's a concept that lines up eerily well with what we've been seeing here. Honne and tatemae. Honne is your true feelings, the messy, vulnerable, emotional parts that you don't show others. Tatemae is the mask, the version of you that keeps things smooth, controlled, and socially acceptable. Now think about Jax. He crafts his public persona to be a version that he wants us to see. That's tatemae. The jokes, the cruelty, the constant deflection, it's all a performance, a shield. And he already believes that everyone in the circus should just fall into their predetermined archetypes. So showing his honne would actively destroy this mentality. That's why he keeps up that tatemae. But here's where it gets interesting. There's another Japanese word that ties this together even tighter, kokai, which literally means regret, but specifically the kind that lingers. The kind that sticks with you because you didn't say something when you had the chance. Now think back to that scene from the episode 9 trailer. I suspect this is a flashback from before Ribbit abstracted, and possibly one of the last conversations that Jax had with her. The two are lounging in Ribbit's room discussing fairly serious topics, but the scene cuts before we hear Jax's response. If that moment really was one of their last conversations before Ribbit abstracted, then there's a very real possibility that Jax never got to give his honne, that he defaulted to tatemae. He joked, deflected, or even straight up avoided the question, and now he's stuck with kokai. Not just regret, but the specific regret of words left unsaid. Which would explain everything. Why he keeps people at a distance. Why he refuses to get close to others. Why he doubles down on being the worst possible version of himself. Because if you never show your real feelings, you'll never have to relive the moment where it all went wrong. And if I'm right, episode 9 is going to reveal much more than just Jax's lore. It's going to force him to confront the one thing he's been running from this entire time. The truth he never said. But I want to hear your thoughts. Let me know what you think down below in the comments. And if you like this video, consider subscribing. My goal is to find the hidden Japanese in everything that I care about, so I will definitely be back with more crack theories just like this one for y'all in the future. Well, that's all I got. Bye!